Hi, Kyle from Infidelity here at the show Newport 2014. I'm here with Michael Goodman at CEntrance, and as usual, he's got a couple of interesting gadgets up his sleeve that he's starting to reveal to the universe. Hi, Michael. It's good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you. Hello, everyone.
So let's see what you got.
Hey, everybody knows about the MiniMate by now.
MiniMate, you bet.
MiniMate is really a popular product. It's our best seller. It's an iPhone DAC and headphone amplifier, which is probably the most powerful one out there right now.
I've reviewed this thing and put it up on the wall of fame, by the way, and it's a stunning piece of gear. It's absolutely rock solid.
Well, thanks, Kyle.
Yeah.
We're humbled. Now, we realize that not everybody likes to wear these giant overhead headphones. A whole bunch of people travel, and they travel with IEMs. And one thing that MiniMate does well is it has a lot of power, but it also drains the internal battery quicker because that amplifier just needs a lot of juice. What we've done now is we're releasing right now is the MiniMate. This is a prototype. It doesn't have any writing on the front panel, but very soon you guys will be able to experience it with the final aluminum. We're just waiting for the final aluminum to come from our supplier, which will have all the writings on it. And that's what the front and back panel will look like. Basically, on this card, you can see that MiniMate gives you power. MiniMate gives you portability. MiniMate is 30% thinner, yet the internal battery lasts 11 hours. Compare that to 6 hours on the MiniMate. Why? Because the amp is not as powerful. The amp is plenty powerful for IEMs, but it won't drive all of the overhead headphones, especially those that are hard to drive. And we think that's okay because a whole bunch of customers don't really need that. What we've done here, I'll put them side by side and you can see the difference.
Yeah, I was going to say we should look at them side by side.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit more svelte, the new one.
The new one, as you can see, keeps all the digital circuitry here. The old one has 2 layers of printed circuit boards inside. The top board is digital. As you can see, it's got the USB jacks and power jacks. The bottom board has all the tone shaping switches.
Right.
And what we have there's bass control and treble control and impedance control. What we've done is we've actually lost all of that flexibility in the MiniMate because what we realized is these tone controls are great, but not too many people actually use them. So we've kept the essence of it, which is great USB interfacing on the computer. We're doing 24/192, not a problem. On the iPhone, we're compatible with iPhone, iPod, and iPad, and we're fully certified by Apple as far as that's concerned. MiniMate right here moves the only necessary switch that we felt it was important to keep to the front, and that's the 3-position gain range switch.
The gain switch, yeah.
And that allows you to have full range of adjustment on your volume control, which in this case is one of those things that you thumb wheel adjustment right here. So you can't bump it, you set it, and you forget it. All right, over here on the right-hand side, we have a regular headphone jack for IEMs, and also a balanced jack. So this is actually still a balanced amplifier.
Right.
And it uses the RSA jack because it's smaller, right? We don't have the height for the XLR anymore.
Right.
Now, here's the coolest part. On the left-hand side, we have another 3.5mm jack, and what that is, it's an input. It's a dual input, a combo input, and it takes SPDIF optical and SPDIF coaxial with automatic selection. So basically what I can do is I can plug in, my Asplin Kern 120, which is an optical SPDIF, or I can plug in my iBasso or my FiO portable music player, which has the coaxial SPDIF, into this jack and use the DAC and the balanced amplifier to amplify that signal and have a really high quality loud output.
Cool.
Now, when you think about MiniMate, let me just summarize real quick. MiniMate is not as powerful as MiniMate, but it adds 2 additional inputs. MiniMate only has 2 inputs, USB and iPhone. MiniMate now has USB and iPhone plus 2 additional inputs, 4 inputs altogether. Coax SPDIF and optical SPDIF. Right. When you plug the jack in, that automatically disables the USB in the back.
Right.
and automatically switches over. So there's not even like a source selector switch like you're used to seeing on a big desktop home stereo system. This is MiniMate. The most important part, DSD.
And what is the expected price? Do you know?
We're debating that right now. We're actually noticing that this actually is a really valuable unit, and we're either thinking that it's going to be the same price or just maybe a touch more than the Hi-Fi Mate. Hi-Fi Mate, once again, large cans, ability to drive anything under the sun. MiniMate, long battery life, 4 inputs, ability to work with a whole bunch of different portable music players, which have been very popular these days. They're all the rage. Still retaining the ability to work with Apple products, iPhone, iPod, iPad, ability to work with computers via USB, and then balanced output and 11-hour battery. So we think this is going to be really popular.
On the unbalanced output, what's the output impedance?
The output impedance here is going to be just a little bit less than 1 ohm.
Okay.
We're just keeping it really solid, because most people are saying the CEntrance sound that they've come to expect is the solid sort of
tight,
brick tight. What we found is on the Hi-Fi Mate, you can actually play around with the impedance control, and if you go to a higher impedance like a 10 ohm, what that creates is a more fluid, sort of flexible sound. But it's not necessarily characteristic of what we've come to be known for.
Right, sure. And then this other gadget. What is this little guy here?
Now this is really interesting. We're very excited about this. There's a new brand out there called Glove Audio. It's a brand it's a CEntrance brand, Glove Audio by CEntrance. Glove Audio is designed specifically to create dedicated DACs and amps for existing personal music players.
Cool.
So if you have an Astle & Kern AK100 or 120 like this one, for example, which I'm holding right here, Glove Audio makes this A1 product, which is a cradle and an external DAC amp that's designed specifically to interface with this very personal music player. Gone are the rubber bands. This is one piece. What we do is we take the signal out of the personal music player digitally. Under this cover here, there's an optical jack. We take it out digitally and we route it to a high-quality DAC. We're using the ESS Sabre chip in here.
Sure.
And then we route it to a balanced amplifier that is really high power. Here's the output of that balanced amplifier. So basically, we have the regular output for the normal connector, then unbalanced connector, also the balanced connector on RSA jack, and the 2.5 millimeter jack as well.
So a balanced 2.5 millimeter jack.
Balanced 2.5 millimeter jack along with a balanced RSA jack.
Right. So tip ring sleeve on the 2.5 millimeter.
That's exactly right. So we're using a standard configuration.
Right.
Now, so here are the 3 benefits of this product. First of all, it cradles the player. It gives it additional protection. Secondly, it gives it the additional battery life, balanced output, much better quality DAC, much better quality amplifier, and overall, it saves the battery of the player because the player doesn't have to push the headphones anymore. Our DAC does that heavy lifting.
Right.
We think this is going to be really popular with the owners of the AK120 and 100, because what we've come to know is that these players are now available on the used market. You can pick them up for, I guess, as low as $600. A1, the DAC and amp, is also going to be less than $600. So now, all of a sudden, you have yourself a package for the price of the original player that's going to be much more powerful. Will give you 11-hour battery life, and it's going to give you balanced output.
And do you have any timetable of which devices will in the future be available coming up in the Glove Audio type format?
We believe that there's a need for products like this. We will be working as fast as we can to deliver additional functionality and additional value to customers who already have invested or are planning to invest into a portable music player, and not necessarily from Astle & Kern, although we respect this company, they're good friends of ours, but music players from other companies as well.
Do you think you might be creating them for, let's say, an iPhone or a Android phone?
What we know already is that CEntrance is a licensed MFI, which is basically Apple approved manufacturer.
Right.
We have the ability to approve our products for use with Apple. Both Hi-Fi Mate and MiniMate are approved for use with those products. and we'll see what comes up in the future.
Cool. And so no more rubber bands on the glove audio thing.
We're trying to give a clean solution to our customers.
Now, I have to tell you that as Michael worked on the Hi-Fi Mate originally, there was a lot of work he did with the headphone community on Hi-Fi, on HeadFi, and one of the things they worked on a lot was the rubber band. All that work going
We're so sad to see that go.
Michael, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, we'll see you guys at the next booth.